Welcome to our video on mastering SQL joins. In this video, we'll demystify the most frequently used types of SQL joins and show you when you would use each type. In the world of databases, data is often distributed across multiple tables, each holding a piece of the puzzle. But what if you need to assemble a complete picture from these scattered pieces? Well, that's where SQL joins come into play. Choosing the correct type of join is really important because if you get it wrong, you may end up including or accidentally excluding data that you might need or may not need. Let's start off by having a look at the most commonly used join in SQL Server, the inner join. The inner join is the default join in Microsoft SQL Server. So if you write a join query and don't specify a type, it will automatically default to the inner join. The inner join returns rows of data from both tables, but only if there is a corresponding row in each table. In this example of an inner join query, I'm looking to show results of employees and their respective departments. So we have two tables, one called employees and one called departments. These are joined on department ID. If we check our employees table, we can see that there are 3 employees who haven't been included in the results. This is because they do not have a department ID. So remember, the data must be in both tables to show on an inner join. Let's see what happens when we change our inner join to a left join. We can clearly see that we have more rows of data returned from our left join. This is because the left join returns all rows from the left table, even if they don't have any data in the right table. To clarify what we mean by the left table, this is the table we list first in the query. So in this case, it's the employees table. This query returns all employee records, even those which do not have a department ID. This is why we have more rows returned than our inner join. The left join has given us more data than the inner join, but we still don't quite have everything here. While we can see all of the employees, we are missing a couple of the departments. So if we wanted to get all data from both tables, we would need to do a full outer join, or a full join. The full join returns all rows from both tables, even if there are no matching records between them. Looking at the data returned from the full join, we can see that we have 10 employees with a department, then there are 3 employees without a department, but now we have an additional 2 departments from our right table that were excluded from the previous 2 joins. So to summarize, we have our inner join. This will include only rows which have data in both tables. So here we don't see any employees without a department, and likewise we also don't see departments not linked to an employee. Next we have our left join. This will include all rows that are in the table we list first, the left table. Because we listed the employees table first in our query, then it shows all employees, but it doesn't show all departments because there are some that are not linked to an employee. And finally, we have our full outer join. This gives us all rows in both tables, regardless of which order we put them in the query or whether or not they have a matching row in the other table. So that's it from our SQL video today. If you found this video useful, please consider giving it a like or subscribing for more valuable SQL content. If you have questions or suggestions for future videos, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. See you next time.